Sometimes people ask me, what difference do you think my going to Peru or Tanzania will actually make? Well, you know, in my heart of hearts, I believe that the difference that you can make can be all the difference in the world. Sometimes we get a glimpse of the difference that we're making, other times we don't. It's like dropping a stone into a river or into a lake or into the sea, and you see the ripples going out. And I suppose the physicists would tell us that the ripples keep going out even although we can't see them with our naked eye. And I think the impact that our volunteers have can be a bit like that. Have you ever seen the film The Motorcycle Diaries? Well, if you've not, Google it or look it up on the web and see if you can even catch a clip on YouTube or wherever. It's fascinating. It tells the story of two young medical graduates in Argentina, in the capital Buenos Aires in the 1950s. And they set out on a motorbike journey to travel to Bogota in the north of South America. And as they travel through South America in their journey on their motorbike, two young men exploring the world, they become more and more despondent by what they witness. They're medical graduates, they see poverty, they see people living in abject squalor, and one of the places that they go to visit is the San Pablo Leper Colony in Iquitos. San Pablo today is the only leper colony in the whole of South America, and it's still in existence. And it's whilst these guys are there that one of them becomes quite radicalised, and that's quite a word these days. When we hear of our young people being radicalised, we get concerned because it's a negative thing. Well, this guy became radicalised. And he decided that the only way that change would come about was through the bomb and the bullet. And he became known as Che Guevara. We've all seen images of him, usually in a red t-shirt, with a black bearded man with a beret, holding his fists high. And of course, he was the great compatriot of Fidel Castro in the Cuban Revolution. He became radicalised at San Pablo Leper Colony because of what he witnessed. The segregation between the poor, between the lepers and those who were caring for them, despite the fact that the leprosy was not contagious by physical contact. And it's there that he decided that the bomb and the bullet was the answer. And I pose the question to you, what difference can your visit make? I want you to imagine what impact there might have been on Che Guevara's life if whilst he was there, a little ship that had come all the way from Scotland arrived. And on day one, 17 lepers who were blind, because tragically one of the advanced stages of leprosy for many lepers is the loss of their sight. That 17 lepers were helped aboard the vessel by their friends. And before that little ship from Scotland, Amazon Hope left, 17 lepers left the ship, unaided by their friends, able to see the beautiful blue sky, the puffy white clouds, the brown of the river, the lush green of the jungle, and the smiling faces of the friends that cared for them. That's what happened on the Amazon Hope programme in November 2011. I wonder what difference that might have had in Che Guevara's life and in the history that followed. And so sometimes we can only guess, but I know that in my own heart of hearts that it is absolutely right that we continue giving blind people their sight in some of the most inhospitable and remote communities of Amazonia. And also, if you're not a medic, one of the recent presidents of Peru, Alejandro Toledo, who went on to become a lecturer at Harvard, was once a shoeshine boy, and someone took an interest in him and gave him an education, and that led to him being president of his nation. It wouldn't necessarily happen here in the UK or in Europe, but it can still happen in the developing countries of our world.